Hello everyone, welcome to my backyard garden. In this video, I'll be sharing with you how I'm preparing my plants for the winter season, so stay tuned. Welcome to my backyard garden. I'm Glitzy, and here I share simple tips on gardening, raising backyard chickens, creative DIYs, and wholesome recipes using fresh harvest. Let's grow our own food and enjoy the beauty of nature together. You'll notice my garden is bare. There's nothing much going on in my garden now because the growing period has slowed down, and I'm in the process of removing my sensitive plants closer to the house where I'm going to overwinter them. Last year, I overwintered most of my plants in my greenhouse, and everything went well through December, through the first part of January, until we experienced our 2 snow days. And that was when my pines, I almost lost my pines, and I lost my peppers and a few of my other plants. So this year, I'm taking all the precautions in removing my peppers that are planted in ground. I'm going to repot those. So right now, I only have my pepper patch out here. And today, I'm going to reap as many peppers as I possibly can. And then I'm going to prune whatever peppers I can prune and dig them up from the soil and place them in pots to take inside. I'm trying to do this a few days before our first frost so that my peppers can still stay outside and get some sunlight, and rejuvenate so that they won't suffer too much from shock. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to reap the peppers and then we do the pruning. So join me as I do that, okay, guys? Before I start cutting my peppers, I'm going to sanitize my clipper so that I don't transfer any fungus or disease to from one plant to the next one. So as simple as this it seems, sometimes we transfer disease and fungus from one plant to the next. So we have to be careful in our garden, okay, guys? I've learned so much since I started this gardening journey. I'm telling you, I've learned so much. Okay, so here we go. I'll be reaping these peppers. I think I'm going to reap all the peppers from this plant here, because this is the one that I'm going to use to do the demonstration. I have just a few young ones because the plant season is slowing down in here in zone 8A because it's getting cooler. And peppers like sunlight. And right now, I don't think they are getting the amount of sunlight that they need to produce more peppers. Here's one more pepper here. Okay, good. So the first thing I'm going to do is take off all these leaves. So I'm going to take off all the leaves from this. And I'm finding some peppers as I go along. And I'm removing the leaves so that you can see what I'm really doing. Okay, so I've taken off the leaves from the bottom up. Okay, and you notice that, let me take out the stick so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. I don't think I need to take any more leaves off, because those branches at the top will be cut off. Okay, so you notice, guys, that we have a node here, and this forms a Y. We also have another Y-shaped branch here, and we have a node up here, and we have a node over here. Okay, so right here we have a Y and we have a node. Now I'm going to slant my clipper, and I'm going to cut it just a little above the first node right there. Okay, and I'm going to cut it over here above this node. See that? Okay, and over here you have a node right here. You have another node right here, one over here. So I'm going to take it out right here, okay, and right above that. And I'm going to do the same thing over here, okay. I'm going to take off this one, and I'm going to clip that one. So you look at this plant and you'll say, oh, I've killed the plant. No, because next spring you're going to have new shoots coming out of this node, okay, and this one. I'm going to pick all these peppers, right? So that's the first thing. Let's get off the peppers, guys. So I have my container there, and I'm picking all of these peppers off. See how small the plant is, and it has so many peppers on it. And it was last week that I came out here and reaped peppers. And look how many peppers it has. Okay, guys, so now that I've removed all the peppers, I'm going to remove the leaves from bottom up to the top, okay? To where I'm going to be pruning it. I really need to have a good start with these Scotch bonnet peppers next year. So I'm taking off all the leaves. Okay, so you notice that this is the trunk of the plant coming up, okay, and here you see how you have a V, or you call it a Y, and above that you have a node here. You have a node right here. We're going to leave that node. We're going to leave this node, okay, and over here I have another node. I'm going to clip it right here. See, I'm going to clip it right there, and I make a slant cut. And right here you have a node here. I'm going to clip it here, okay, and I'll clip this off as well. I clip those off. So what will happen is that next year you're going to have new sprouts from these nodes right here, okay. Over here you also have another Y coming up, okay, and let me remove these leaves so you can see. So okay, so here you have the Y, okay, and I'm going to cut it right there and above there, and let me show you right there, okay. So I could even cut it a little lower, right? Good. And I just leave that. So this is what it looks like, okay, when I prune it. Look at it, see. After this I'm going to dig it up from the soil, okay, and I'm going to do the same thing with all the other pepper plants. Pick the peppers, then I'm going to prune the plants and remove them from the soil, okay. Okay, so in this container I used 1 part of hydrogen peroxide, okay, 1 part of hydrogen peroxide to 3 parts of water. And this is a solution that I'm going to be mixing to place my plants in for 10 minutes to remove all the insects, or to kill all the insects or gnats that are in it, okay. And
And I'm putting it in a small container, right? So I'm using a small shovel. I'm just working my way around it. Okay, so here it is. See it? I won't be removing all the soil from around it, so I'm going to put it down in this so that it can soak in this bucket, okay? So I'm going to leave it here for 10 minutes, and I'm going to remove it and place it into this container here, okay? So I'm going to take it out with the soil, and I'm going to place it here, and I'm going to get some soil around it. Okay, so I'm going to press it down to remove all the air pockets. And I've placed some. So I won't putting any more soil around here. I'll just put some straw around it to keep the root warm. So when I take this inside, I'm going to place it where it gets some amount of sunlight, but not a lot, because I don't really want it to produce leaves. It's going to stay just like this, and I'll water it and let it stay just like this during the winter months, okay? If you have been watching and have not yet subscribed, please do so now, because this helps the algorithm to send my videos to other viewers, okay? Thank you so much for doing that.
Thanks for spending time with me in the garden today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more garden goodness and creative ideas. Until next time, keep growing your own food and keep shining.